very excited to see how this live is gonna go. I'm just tuning in 2 minutes before I start because I'm always on time. I had some issues with my sound, so I'm just gonna check. Seems okay. I will be looking forward to getting any questions you may have. Just settling in, trying to find my way here. I'm not so good with these lives. I've done some on Facebook, but never like this before. So I see I have someone saying hi. Heike Sundklinik, Body Balls, thank you. Hi, tack fordi du er her. Thank you for being here. So that was Danish. I have to remember not to switch to Danish because I did invite some of my friends and people I know, just in hopes that I wouldn't be here all alone. So I will stay on the English version now. So just getting ready, waiting for people to come in. But at least I'm not alone. So thank you so much. I hope that people who are here now and who are coming will feel free to just ask questions. So is there anything you're curious about when it comes to spiritual development? And if you're not that interested in your own spiritual development, then maybe you're interested in just learning about what I do and why I do it and how, because I love to share all my knowledge and everything I learn because it's super exciting. So exciting. I love this. I can see that I have a lamp over my head, so I'm just gonna scooch a bit. Yeah. So I also found out that it makes a lot of noise when I type on my computer while I'm recording. So I'm not going to be typing. I'm going to be answering if I can keep up. So hi, Sandra. Hi, Heidi. Thank you. So I am ready. So what I do is I work as, well, I actually changed a bit what I do because I used to teach a lot of things, but I started doing my psychic work, my spiritual work, and it started as me becoming a healer. Well, really, it started with crystals, like crystals. So I was working in IT, programming, teaching programming to multimedia design students, and I did love that, and it was fun, and I just felt like I needed something a bit more off screen, ironically, since I'm sitting at a screen right now. But I decided to work with crystals, but more as a healer, and I was nudged into it. So I started as a healer. Then I developed my abilities to also work with psychic readings. And recently, so it's just about a year ago now that I started working with mediumship, because I did actually take a course to become a psychic medium healer, but I was scared of seeing ghosts. So I didn't do that for a long time. And if you're scared of ghosts like I was, then don't worry, you're not going to be seeing them everywhere, because you decide. You decide when you're open and when you're not. So if anyone has any questions in the chat about my journey, about your own journey, or things you've experienced that you don't have an answer to, then please let me have them, because I can probably just start talking about whatever, and I would love it if it would be relevant for you. So, but I'm just going to keep talking until someone asks a question. So, but it's great to see that more people are here, and I'm just going to have to drink something because I need my voice to work. So I was just telling about how I have been changing my focus a bit, which is not something I'm Oh, yeah, that's true. I am actually good at changing my focus. I'm not good at keeping it in one place. So I've been doing a lot of readings, mediumistic. Readings is the newest things. And I have just gotten some questions. So, what I do mostly now is I want to help people develop their spiritual gifts. And wouldn't you know, the first question, it's in Danish. So, bear with that. So, I'm going to translate it. So, in Danish, it says, Hvordan får jeg åbnet min energi? And in English, it means, how do I open my energy? And I'm gonna tune in to the person who asks the question. So I assume that if you're willing to ask your question, you're also willing for me to look into it. And if needed, I will ask my guides for help or guidance. But usually I can just do it the normal psychic reading way. So as for Heidi Sorensen, how you open your energy, I am gonna just tune into you and see. So it's about belief first and foremost. There's like a lock on what you're willing to believe, because now I know Heidi and you have seen me working and you have felt what I can do, and you're also very intuitive yourself, but it's just a big step if you are going to work yourself with it. So if that is really what you're looking for, then I suggest, I see you simply meditating more, but not to, release stress or calm your nervous system, but more in a way to feel yourself. And then, they're showing me that if you do it in nature, so if you sit down, close your eyes, find a place where you feel safe, comfortable, it could be your garden or whatever, and you try to see if you can feel the energy of the plants nearby. Just see if you can open your energy in a way where you're trying to reach out. So you take your conscious and reach out, like you're trying to grab it, as if you have an extra hand, and you're going to be able to feel the energy of the plants, maybe even a slight vibration from the ground, so you can almost feel the heartbeat of the earth. That's where you would have a good way in. So I hope that makes sense for you. And I can tell that you already have a way. It's funny because I see you when you're watering plants, that you already feel like you, not that you're attuned, but you could consider them your friends. So they would be your friends when you're opening up to feel energy more. So let me know if that is useful advice, or if you need more special or individual technique just for you in a certain situation. Okay, so and good luck with that. I want to know how it goes for you. Okay, so the next person, Heike Soneklinik. So I think I am in a changing process because of pain in my hands, the work in the pharmacy, and my clinic is no longer the best. Which direction should I go? Okay, I just want to say Heidi said, "Tack, thank you for the energy advice." So for Heike, so definitely the pain in your hands, they're showing me that you're going through a bit what I went through, because I wanted to do everything and be in control and feel hands on. So when I was working as a healer, which is where I definitely feel you going, try not to be too much in control. So it's changing. Your energy has been changing over the last, I feel, 1 to 2 months is where you have definitely become aware of a change, because it's not just your hands. I feel that you also have some energy changes in your legs. You can just say yes or no in the comments if I'm getting something wrong, but I definitely feel like something has been happening where you're kind of, I would say, upgrading your energy, and it's going to become easier in many ways, and also harder, because it's a change that really invites you to look closely at how you spend your time and what you're doing, in terms of, not only is this doing good in the world, but is this doing me good? where do you put your energy in order for you to get something in return, and not just in the afterlife, but you're actually allowed to get some now in return. And I feel like some projects or some relationships have shown you that sometimes you give too much. So the pain is like, it's not a warning, it's more a gentle nudge to find out which way gives you more pleasure and less, well, less, it's not physical work, but less, that drains you less. And it's not a big change, really. It's more, I see, just actually, if you take your calendar now and look, how many hours do I spend on this and this and this, and then just start by filling in more of what does you good, and then less of what is kind of draining you, because it's going to become quite obvious once you put it up in a box, as a calendar is. You have days, you have hours, and it's going to make it clear to you. Also, I see that you actually don't put in time as such for what you're passionate about. It's more when you have time, you do things that you're passionate about, but you don't really schedule it, because it feels for you like a lot of what you do for work is also nice and good. And well, the universe is kind of saying you're allowed to also have passions and pleasures that are not for the greater good, because you already do so much of that. So I feel the development, something you want to learn about or dive into, could be for a job, career in the future. But right now, it's just for you to have fun with it. So I hope that makes sense to you. And if not, please ask again or rephrase something. Thank you. Good. How can I attract the man who is my match? Okay, wait a minute. I saw Heike. She actually said something here that I want to go with first. Sorry to it. She asked, I have two ideas, more healing or talking with animals and healing. So the animals, yeah, I definitely feel like that would be one of the things that is really fun for you. So if that's the way you choose to go, because it's always free will and following the flow, but the animals, if you think of it as a fun thing, interesting, curiously exciting, something that is out of the ordinary, and not from the beginning think, how can I turn this into a career? Because it's as if you're trying to build something out of everything you take in. And so my spirit team loves working with me, because I turn everything into a game. And that's also why they choose to have me do this, because they want more people to have fun with it, play with it, because that makes it so much easier to let go of control and allow them to guide and steer in the right direction, not to steer you like a puppet, but to allow you to freely feel what you're capable of, if you're not restricted by a lot of plans or rules or boxes. I hope that makes sense. So definitely more healing, yes, but you don't have to think of it as hands-on, and you can really kind of be a facilitator or a channel where you allow your healer guides to work more through you, and that could actually give you better results without you stressing too much about the outcome or what you're actually doing. And I can feel that that's enough for now. So I hope that is what you needed. You also said perfectly spotted. Thanks. 1,000 thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. My pleasure. Lovely energy. And I see you really, I see you having fun. So they're showing me like already 1 month down the road, it's as if I can see you. They're showing me very like on a green hill and a dog, and you're running, and it's just this fairy tale adventure. So go and live that and have fun with it. And you're gonna, well, go places, but not just up that hill with a dog, but where you wish to go, where it feels good for you. So that was really amazing to feel that. Really have a lovely experience with it. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the one I skipped. Toveline. So how can I attract the man who is my match? Let's see. You already know this. So when it comes to love, I'm channeling. I'm opening up now because I myself am. I find love. Sorry, Tovelina, but I have to explain this how I work with love because love changes. I have tried many times to read on love and future for people where sometimes I will be shown that there is this option, but it might not be the best. And sometimes we have to learn from it. And sometimes we have something we need to do before it can happen. And then if we do not do it, then things are not at all going to be the same. So if I feel into this here, I am pulling myself out of the equation because I tend to have a blockage on talking about love. So that's where I allow my guides to come in because they can kind of trick around me and deliver the answer without me thinking too much about it. So, so the question was, how can I attract the man who is my match? And immediately the word match, love is not a match. Love is not a fight, a game, a match. Yes, you should match, but I would say who is my equal, who is my not soulmate as such, because soulmate is not necessarily the one you're meant to be with. But if you're looking for the love that is of heart and more than brotherly love or familial love, the match that you call it, if you could think of it as someone aligned with my desire, someone who is there to support me, someone who is the most important thing for you would be you find someone who can understand your dreams. You could have someone who might not be interested in the same topics as you, but who is open to, and I see there's an equivalent. So that this would be a person who somewhat, I feel that he is in not the same business or the same interest as you, but still it's not too far away from it. So it might be, let's say, now I know what you do because I know you. Thank you for coming and supporting me. But let's say you were in a band and you were only interested in playing the guitar. So he might be playing drums, very different instruments, but still in a band. So if you're open to someone where the energy is right, that is really what is important here. So if he's open to you following your dreams, and again, you need to know what you want with your life in order to attract the love, the match, the equal who can support you in that. Because as you know, the energy is what we attract. So the energy that you send out, that's going to be like a magnet. So once you decide, where am I going? What do I wish? Because it's not really about finding someone who can hold your hand and hold you warm during the night or show you adventures. It's about finding someone who you can trust, who can be there, who can maybe take some of the journey with you, but not necessarily the same path. So you might journey in separate directions, but know that you're going to end up in the same place because that is together and that you're meant to be together. But maybe I see signs everywhere. I see looking for signs and but it's really about your energy. It's about how you feel and how someone makes you feel, and for you to trust your instincts, and but mostly about what do I want? What do I deserve? What am I capable of becoming? And who can support me on that? Not who as a person, but what kind of energy do I need for that? So I know I took a lot of tours around here, and I hope I landed it so you can understand it, and anyone else who is looking for their match and maybe think of it as an equal. Oh, that's funny. I'm not talking for my guides anymore. Yeah. I love this. I love to feel the energy. And it was in the beginning, I felt the energy from my guides coming through, and no, now they're not there anymore. Okay. So we have Sandra, the dancer. How is it possible to save up for an ejerlejlighed, Danish word for a condo, and is it possible for me to get it in 2026? So I am gonna tune into that, and I saw that Tovelina, the lover, seeking a beautiful soul, said thank you. It makes sense. Okay, so Sandra. It's about priorities. If you really want to have your own apartment, you need to find out what is not important to you. If the apartment is number one on your list, then what are you willing to give up, and what are you willing to do for it? Because yes, it's possible to get it. I don't see 2026 because I think your priorities are going to change. I do see beginning 2027 if it is what you still wish, but it's going to take a bit of time to get all the priorities straight and find out where you want to be, because I feel that there might be a slight move, or I feel like I'm being moved, as if I might actually find something else or somewhere else. And what I'm talking for you now, I'm putting myself in your future, and there might be a positive change that is going to help you find something even better than what you think you could have now or what you're searching for. And I still feel tranquility. I feel a calm of belonging, of sense, of home, and I hear water, as if it's near some kind of water. But then again, don't think it could just be that there's a pond, or that there's a fountain or something. It could be waves. I don't know what the water means, so don't put that on a list of what you want from an apartment to make it happen. It's just the elements that are important for you. This is about the energy. And again, priorities. It's really, I see having like one pouch for shopping, one pouch for electricity, and also, so you see me, I have a lamp on now, and there's light outside, so I'm doing it for the video. But think very carefully about how you spend your money. And I'm being warned about investments. Be careful with investments, because too good to be true is sometimes too good to be true. So just follow your instincts on this one. I'm gonna see if there's. Okay, so she also wrote, yes, I want water. It's my wish. Good. But just think that water can be many things. And the move is, if you really want, because I feel like you want more than just a fountain of water. So that might require you to look in places you haven't thought about looking. It's weird, because I actually feel now that I'm on a boat, a houseboat or something. And I know you're beautifully crazy enough to do it. So I know Sandra as well. I love it how my friends show up to support me here. Thank you so much. But like, I don't know if a houseboat is something you've thought about, but I feel like I'm on a wave right now, and I feel myself just like the free spirit that you are, that could be a solution, not temporarily, not permanently, I think, but that could be just until you find out what your real dream is, because you could save money there. But don't go out and buy a houseboat because of what I said. This is an idea, this is inspiration, and this is just for you to know that it might look different than what you thought. So I hope that makes sense, but definitely priorities and budget for everything. So if you have put aside for groceries and you don't spend it all, don't think, yay, now I can buy new jeans. No, it's going to go into the savings account for your apartment if it is your dream. If you decide, actually, I need a new pair of jeans because that's going to make me happy and make it worth the while to save up for the apartment, then follow your instincts, because life is not meant to be that much of a struggle. That's funny. They want to ask you, do you really want an apartment? Is that really your wish, or is there something underneath the wish? So that is where they want to leave you with, is it really the apartment, or is it, I don't know, the safety or the feeling of accomplishment or something else that lies underneath it? Because then maybe you could have your wish come true in another way that is less binding. I hope that made sense. Good. So let's see. We have Graceful Galactic Alchemy saying, lovely that you put yourself out there. You have so much to share. Oh, thank you. Lovely to hear that. So that was amazing. So next question, also from Graceful Galactic Alchemy. If there is a message for me, I would love to receive it, especially about long-term love partner where we are aligned-ish. Oh, the love thing. I'm being challenged today. I actually, one of the reasons why I'm changing I want to help people develop on their spiritual journey and also to make bolder decisions faster. And one of the reasons is why this love thing, it's so easy to be wrong, because some people, they might be told, oh, I see your perfect partner and you're going to meet him, and then you might have met him, but you thought, nah, that dude's not my type, his nose is too big, and then you're going to walk by, and then I feel that I have been wrong. So I don't like being wrong, so that's why I sometimes played safe. And the reason my guides are saying, the reason why you're sharing this, because this is actually one of the things that I would not have shared if I had control over my brain. But they want everyone seeing this to know that it's okay to struggle with things, and it's okay. Oh, they're talking through me now. It's okay that Michelle is choosing not to work so much on the topic of love, because why not work on the things that you're good at and that you feel comfortable with? You're not supposed to be doing everything and not be a master at everything. So, but I'm still going to do this one on love. I just need some tea to not run out here. Okay, so Graceful Galactic Alchemy. Let's see. So instantly I feel that you have such a kind spirit, a beautiful soul, so much love to give, and immediately I feel like the biggest issue that is that you're not meeting men with that beautiful energy and that vibrant soul and that much love to share. Not that you have to find someone. Oh, the light just changed. That was weird. You're not necessarily meant to find someone who is, it's funny because you actually yourself wrote a long-term love partner where we are aligned-ish. So maybe you knew somehow that no one is gonna feel the world the way you do, or feel people the way you do, or it's gonna be hard to find someone with that, I'm gonna say, amazingly beautiful, bold, and super, super loving, gentle person that you are, the heart you have. So I am going to look in another direction to see. So if we don't take it on the love as coming from the heart parameter, then, oh, I see that you would actually, so there are people out there who are working on it in a different manner, but also because they want a lot of good for the world. I'm just gonna, so you're not asking where to find it, who, how, And I realized, I think I said, looking for a man or something. If I insult anyone with gender, I find it so confusing. I mean, sometimes I even forget my own name, I feel. So I don't want to make any assumptions. Sometimes I just have so many stereotypes from the books and the movies and the things. So please don't take it the wrong way. So the whole they, them, it's just so confusing. I'm getting older. I just turned 49, almost 50, and I do think of myself as being pretty clever, but for some reason that one's just so hard for me. And it's not, I don't do it on purpose, I swear. I really swear. It's all from love. So I'm going to go back in, and it's just, I'm not going to say he, him, she, but just they. I hope it makes sense. Okay, so yes, I see possible partners everywhere. But the funny thing is that first I saw it could be someone working with kids, younger kids. And now I see it could be someone working with puppies, younger puppies. It's as if the one that is there for you is someone who also has a big heart for you, for everything, but for living things. It could also be a gardener, someone working with plants. So the most important thing is that that you share the same values. And I get an advice for you to find out what your 3 core values are, because if you were to list what is really important for you, you would kind of list everything that's related to peace on earth and being good and kindness. And so what are the 3 most important things to you that is you could not accept if they were not important to a potential partner? Because if they had to live up to how you perceive the world and the responsibility of the people in it, it's going to be hard to find the match. I mean, the person is out there, but why? It's not necessarily the right person. So you could have many potential long-term love partners, as you worded, but it's about growing together as well for you. It's about developing together because you're still on a journey and you've been on it for a long time, but it's as if you've settled on a course now, and it would be amazing to find the one that could walk by you. So for you, it's kind of walking by you, and I see you sowing seeds or making plans that you would wish to do together with someone. I feel as if, okay, so we're building a house together, so we're planning it together, not just picking it from a brochure, but building our dreams together. And that, I hope this rings true. So let me know if not. Oh yeah, you wrote my spiritual journey is a fine flow. Yeah, because you found your path, but it's hard to walk alone. And you just said walking by me. That is spot on my wish. Thank you for pointing it out. Deep resonance. Yeah, you're welcome. But it's really just 3 things. If you can find 3 things that these are, if that is not on his value list, then he's not for me. That will make it easier to sort out the weed, so to speak. I don't know why I keep talking about sowing seeds and weed, but okay, it's because you tend to see the good in people, and you tend to really wish and hope for people that things are going to turn out great. So sometimes people are not right, and you shouldn't have to work for it. So you're at a place in your life where you don't need someone who is not fully grown, is what I feel like saying. So maybe someone in your past has still been a child in some instances, and you deserve someone who's at your level. and you're worth it. So I hope that all the messages about how lovely you are, how beautiful your soul is, that's really going to make it easier for you to decide that this is non-negotiable and make it easier to attract the right match-ish. So I keep saying match myself, so that's weird. Good. So I feel that was it. So let me know if you have a follow-up question to that, but I feel like you don't, because you get this and you kind of knew it before I even said it, is what I'm sensing. So you say, thank you for the 3 core value tip. I am where I know I don't need anyone anymore. Thank you so much, beautiful you. Well, it was my pleasure, truly, because that I love when I get to feel the beautiful souls out there. So thank you for letting me into your energy, and hopefully helping you find the one that you're meant to be taking the journey with. Yeah, I see sunshine. Good. So who is next? So this is Heidi again. I'm just going to see if there's someone who I haven't answered. Yeah. Okay. So that's in this whole chat thing. I need a moderator. I need to make this professional. But so Heidi wants to know if her mom has something to tell her, and this is a mediumship question, and it's in Danish. So if you're looking for it in the comments, it says, jeg ville gerne vide, om min mor har noget at fortælle mig. So I'm just going to tap in and see. This is funny because I haven't tried this before, because now I have a lot of people in, so I need to really make sure that it is Heidi's mom I'm connecting, because I feel like I have a lot of doors. I usually have this portal, a door that I open, but I feel like there are many doors right now. I haven't tried that before, and I have done platform readings and all, so this is a weird experience. So let's see, Heidi. Okay, Heidi, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but your mom is not feeling good about people being able to see and hear, and she feels like this is not something that should be discussed in public, but what you need from me is what I'm here to give you, and it's not going to fix anything, but just know that you're not alone and I'm here for you. But this public thing, I don't feel it's as if she's doing things with her hair and making sure she presents herself nicely, even though people are not seeing her. And it's for you. She wanted to look beautiful for you, because you deserve to have a mom that you could be proud of, and that's why she showed up, even though she didn't really feel like it. So just know that, well, you know what that means, that she came here for you, even though she didn't feel comfortable doing it, but she felt like you needed it. So she did it just for you. And you know what that means. And I'm going to shut it down here because she's eager to leave again. This was not easy for her, but she's glad she did it. So I'm glad you asked the question, because it feels like there's a sensation of peace now that came out, no matter how under pressure it felt from her. Good. So Sandra, who asked about buying the apartment, and Heidi just said, thank you for the message from her mom. So she said, my business is going, this is Sandra, again, the dancer. My business is going better than last year, but maybe you can tell me how it will be even better. Is it all in with dance bookings at events, or maybe something online, or maybe an app, something else? And I'm hearing, why not everything? Why are you keeping yourself small when you have so much energy, you have so much to give. It's as if you're a firework, and a firework should not be contained in one place. You can be everywhere all at once, and you could really motivate people to do more, to be more, and just through your dancing. Because I work as a coach, and I try to help develop people on a personal level, but you do that just by your presence. And you could do so much more if you spread yourself out where you don't have to do so much work. Because I see you driving cross country, a gig there, a gig there, like it's pennies here and there, where you really could, you could be your own brand. You could build a business. Well, I want to say a future, because right now you're getting by, but that's no fun. So think bigger, dare to think bigger. And but I also want to compliment you on the whole not being afraid of committing yourself to a place, because the restless nature can also stop you from staying on course. So once you're close to the finish line, you change your mind. So that's why it feels like a struggle. And if you allow yourself to set a bigger goal and go for it, and that's where the savings could help you, because then the goal could be, okay, in 1 month, I want to see if I can make this. So make it. Okay, so this is not for everyone listening, because I don't believe that a job making money should be like a competition with yourself. But for some people it works, especially if you need to know what you're doing and why. And so but the whole, is it possible for me to get, I don't know, 2 more events this month? Or could I make this much money next month? Or could I challenge myself to, so you said an app, what does that take? I just feel confused. An app, what am I going to do with an app? How am I going to get there? Who cares? Just decide you want to do it, and then you're going to do it. And I see you could have a lot of fun with AI, and it could give you the ideas, but be careful not to think that everything is going to be fixed like that. But once you set the goal, it's easier for you to go for it. So yeah, and you're going to have fun no matter what you do, but be careful not to make it all about the fun, because there also has to be an outcome when the fun is over. So I hope that makes sense for you. And I feel comfortable with giving you advice on spreading yourself out. And I know you're going to be able to do it if you decide to. So, but free will. But the fun you're so good at having, people need that. So show them how to have fun, and that's where your flow is going to lie. So that was it. Yeah, a goal every month. Yeah, you could do that if that is what works for you. It's important that it makes sense to you and is easy for you to follow. Good. So then Christina asked, I would just like to know if your guides have any advice or suggestions for me to focus on in the coming season. So season as, so we're in spring now, so season as in summer or year, or I'm just gonna tap into the energy of that and see what comes. It's again about priorities. See, this is the amazing thing about me being the neurodivergent psychic. I was expecting to attract a lot of people with a popcorn brain like mine. And so we're again in having too many plans, having too much ambition on your own behalf, and not seeing all the accomplishments you have made. It's as if let's say I want to build a house and I plan to have the house built by June. So I build the foundation and I build a bedroom and a living room and a two kids room, and I put on a second floor, and then I run out of energy or money for the time being or whatever, so I didn't get to finish the house. So I only see a failure, but actually I built a foundation, I built rooms, I built the ceiling on the first floor, so I actually managed to create something, and it's quite an achievement, but for me it's just a failure. So there's a suggestion to not be so hard on yourself and to not set goals that you're not sure that you're going to be able to achieve it. Because sometimes it's good to set a goal so big that you don't think you can achieve it, because we set our sights too low and we don't think we're able to do so much. But right now, you need successes. So save up the success. I mean, if you're going to build a house, so just buying the ground, woohoo, celebrate it. Buying concrete, celebrate. Buying floor tiles, whatever, any part of the, I don't want to say to-do list, because that could it's not a to-do list, it's a step list. What every step of your journey, every step of fulfilling your dreams is something worth celebrating. It's not the end goal. The end goal is just, okay, then what now? So I'm gonna be a bit cliche-ish here, like happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. So enjoy the journey and not remember to take a break and enjoy the view where you are. So there's more to this. I just feel a lot of frustration because so many things that would be nice to have done and to know the outcome, and it's going to be okay. So there's solace in this. They're saying it's going to be okay, don't worry. It's not that they're not saying we have your back, but still, in the energy, you're not going to be alone, you're going to be supported. And they want to deliver a more tangible advice, something you can act on here and now. Yeah, so for you, it's also going to be about priorities, because I really see making lists. So write down everything, because it's all in your brain. I feel like, and it's not that you don't have lists, and the lists are amazing, but there are so many irrelevant points on that list that I feel like they just got put in there because you were on a roll, like, I could also do and this and this and this and this, but it's gonna stress you if you have too many things. So really, you said season in your comment or in your question. If you really wanna, what was your question? Advice or suggestions for me to focus on in the coming season. So if it's just season we're talking about, then say the next 3 months. If I look back 3 months from now and there's something on my list that isn't finished, what would have a big negative impact? So look at the consequences. If I am 3 months from now and these things are not completed, are not accomplished, are not dealt with in one way or another, think consequences, think successes. What can I really succeed with, and which ones are more important in case I go for the easy wins and not the important wins? That's really what it's about. You need some things that can be easy wins, but careful not to put too many of them in. It's so easy to say, eat breakfast. Yeah, that's very important that you have your food, but don't put it on a to-do list. That should just be a normal task. So the more things you have on your list, the more things you're going to feel like you have to do, to be, to achieve, to accomplish, and all on your own. I feel like you could really delegate a lot of this and also say, not my problem, not my wish, not my desire. Anything that is nice to have, nice to do, don't throw them out, but put them away. And then when the most important things are done, then you can take them out, or you can have them as a reward. So if I finish this on time, then I can do one of the funny things, one of the cool things, one of the things that are gonna fill me with joy, but also be a thing on my list. So because you have many things on your list that are gonna feel great to do, even though they're tasks. So make them rewards for fulfilling what is really important to you, even though you don't want to do them because they're boring and tough, and maybe you don't see how you can solve them. So spend some time writing down the steps. How would I get there? And I could come up with a lot of different ways to go about that, but we're in an open space, and I'm not going to go too much into that, but definitely what are the, and again, maybe 3 to 5 most important things that you really should finish, because there will be consequences. Yeah. And then go from there. But get help if you can for the bigger tasks that are not just for your pleasure or your career, because I feel like a lot of it is it's about foundation, it's about safety and security. So get those settled first. Once you feel safe, once you feel secure, the rest is going to flow. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. If not, write again, ask another question, or rephrase this one so I can go deeper into what you mean. I'm so happy that you are asking questions and that I have something to work with here. Good. So, no new questions. Okay. I feel like I'm going to do a meditation at one point, a short guided meditation. If you want that, you can stick around for that. Because usually what I have more or less been trained by my spirit team to do is give healing through meditation. So I have learned to open myself to just be a channel, a facilitator for the energy to flow through to whomever need it in the way they need it. And that is going to be some of what I'm going to do. And I just saw a comment from Sandra, the dancer. I just wrote some things down you said because it makes sense for me too. Thanks. And I'm happy that you feel that way. And that is a lot of times when we're talking about spiritual events or spiritual messages, it will be the message that can make sense for more people, because somehow the right people always tend to come together. So I'm going to come up with an example. I do every Saturday, I give meditation and healing in something in Denmark called Hedensted Center, where I also work as a yoga teacher. And I have 12 people coming for 30 minutes every Saturday morning. And some of them are always there, and sometimes it changes because it's just like in a gym, but not really. So they can just sign up. And I never know what's going to happen. And I don't know before I start what I'm going to be guiding them to. And I am always curious. So it's kind of what I did for this this live stream. I actually have a list with some topics, my purpose, and optimistic update is something I want to talk about too. But I don't plan too much because I love to just let my intuition and my guides tell me what to do. And for the healing, I guide people on different journeys. Like sometimes they are floating around in outer space. Sometimes they are in a cave being visited by a medicine man, or they are in a desert somewhere, or they're on a mountaintop. I never know where we're going to go. Sometimes they're flying. Sometimes they're in a magical galaxy that they create themselves. And the funny thing is that many of them get different experiences based on the images I ask them to create. And I've had so many times where they're saying, I don't get it. How is it that when I come here, I feel like I have some issues, or I have some questions that I would love some answers to, and without even asking you, you answer them during the meditation, or you guide me through it. But we're so many people here. How is it? And I can have more people saying the same thing, and it's spirit. They just know how to make sure that whatever you need is going to be given to you. So actually, sometimes I can go to, I love going to other people's demonstrations, like messages from the angels, or just psychic free messages on at a fair or whatever. And I never, well, sometimes I ask questions, but rarely, because I know when there's a message that I'm supposed to take in, because I feel this, it's like a gentle nudge from my guides. And that's just how energy works. The people that will create what you're meant to get, is they're going to be there somehow. And I know more about how that works, and it's super fun. So maybe I've made a video about that. But the energy is amazing, and the things that you can experience in a setting where the energy from spirit is invited it's just super. It's great, amazing. I love it. Yeah. So so I'm happy, and I hope it's also why I'm doing this live thing. I'm so sorry. My hair looks horrible right now, and I cannot abstract from it. So yeah, okay. And my nose is red. Cool. Rudolph! That's one thing I don't like about this neurodivergent brain. It cannot shut up. So when I have a thought, it comes out. So I'm just going to center myself again. I'm getting hearts now in the chat. Thank you. I need that, because I'm rambling. Good. So one person here is asking, it's Graceful Galactic Alchemy again. Are you offering something delicious in these times? Oh, curious as to whether or not you asked that before or after I said optimistic update, because yeah, I offer a lot of things. I have services and I help people, and I'm available. But the thing that is brewing right now, if we're talking delicious as something that you can digest, my guides have been working for a long time with me, pushing me to, I've been writing texts from them about the world and the energies and spiritual development. And I love to listen to other people channeling their guides, because that is what made me realize that a lot of us share guides, and I can, sometimes I feel like the energy that are being channeled are familiar to me. And I have been told from my spirit team, which has changed a lot over the years, actually, especially the last year. But we are attracted to the people where we might share guides. Isn't that cool? So you might be here because some of the guides talking through me today are also there to talk to you. So that is very amazing. And I can tell sometime how I found out about this, but that was a fun experience where you can, if you're standing next to a person, if you're good with energy and you suddenly feel, wait a minute, it's not your energy, it's your guide's energy that I recognize. That is so amazing. Okay, but going to the topic here of if I have something delicious coming up. And yes, so I follow like Lee Harry's energy and Ann Tucker, who channels Eiler, and many more. But the thing that I noticed is a lot of them, they come with warnings like, oh, the energy is going to be crazy. So Christina just wrote something that is super funny. I will hopefully get, no, I'm just going to do that. I am so proud of finishing my toilet restroom and have now started on our bathroom, and I'm getting help to the tasks that I am unsure about. Whee! Good on you. Finished, out of the way, no more worries, and it clears up the head, right? So, okay, yeah. I need a moderator in the comments, because if I sit there and read them while I'm talking, it's going to be like this. So good that I wrote my very first live, so you know what, I'm still practicing this. I need to find a way to keep it more structured, as if I am capable of that. Oh, that's so fun. My guides actually came, Michelle, don't say it, no, because they don't like it when I talk negatively or not super hopefully about myself, because I am capable of change, I am capable of growth, and I'm capable of changing patterns, and I know that. So I am going to be more structured next time and find a way of dealing with who wrote what when and who do I answer now. So back to topic. What was I saying? Yes, the energy updates, many of them have them. Sandra, Choquette, I don't know. There are so many that I follow, and I don't have to do their marketing right now. But it's all about, ooh, the energy is going to be so tough. And then there's astrology, and then we have Mercury in retrograde, and we have Mars, and we have Chiron. It's all about be careful, beware, look after yourself, protect yourself. And yes, of course, it's good to beware. And I don't say don't follow them, because I follow them and I love it. And I really appreciate what they're giving. But I love positivity. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I love to be curious about, but what can we do? How can we do better? How can we change things? And that is why my guides have been nudging me for a long time to do my own monthly like energy update, but I'm going to call it optimistic update. And it's going to be spelled UP as optimistic update. I found that funny. I was working on a lot of other different terms, but I'm sticking with that for now, unless someone here can tell me why that sucks or what would be wrong with that. But optimistic monthly updates. But you optimistic update for April, for instance. And it's going to be about how anyone who has a sense of the energy, you don't have to be a spiritual practitioner or to know a lot about energy. You don't have to say that you're a healer or a medium or whatever. It's going to be about sensitivity and how to get the most out of it. It's going to be about empathy and how to get the most out of it. It's going to be about how you fill your life with sunshine, even if it's raining or snowing outside. And I know it sounds like, yeah, what kind of drugs is she on? But it really is possible with the energies and your intuition. And if you work with your guides, your guardian angels, or whatever you prefer to call your closest allies on the other side. But it is possible for anyone to find calmness within. And there will definitely be some meditation. There will be some healing from my guides. It's funny. So now they say, Michelle, now you've said my guide so many times. So it's time to explain that you don't have what most people refer to as my guides, because I have been hinting at that my team of guides have been changing a lot. And I'm actually getting new information right now, because I thought I had one guide, Paul. I I felt like he was my best friend. I talked to him, he communicated with me, and it just felt natural for me to have this ongoing conversation. And then when I started doing healing, I didn't even think about how I had different energies coming through, and I started talking about they. And because I've been doing these video recordings of my spiritual journey and my development. On one video, I'm talking and I'm saying, that's weird. Why do I say they when I talk about them? So I started noticing this, and that was I was listening a lot to Esther Hicks, who is channeling Abraham. That's kind of, it's not one guide, but a team of guides, like yeah, I don't know what her term is, consortium or something. But anyways, in one of the videos, they are speaking through Esther and saying what she's doing, communicating with us, is not because she's special. Anyone can do it if they take the time to practice or something. It's because she has developed that skill. And I thought, I wonder if I could do that. And that's when I realized that I was sort of doing it already, because I had more than one spirit entity coming through. So that opened it. So the minute you realize it and you allow it, because you have free will, I read a comment again. I love it. Sorry, I have to see it. You are you, and we feel you behind the screen. It's perfect. Thank you. And Graceful Galactic Alchemy, you are perfect as you are. Thank you. I love that. I'm. It's not that I'm shallow, but I still have some insecurities about this, because I go off topic, and I did it again. So back to my guides. So I started then more deliberately working with this team, and I kept asking. So every time I experienced something new, I said, why is that? Why do I not feel it like this? So if I read something in a book about spiritual development, it was like, I didn't feel it like that. Why didn't I? And then they have just been kind of guiding me and counseling me, and I feel like I don't know who they are, because I don't want to have names for them. I just knew Paul, and that was actually not so good for me, because I lost him. And it was last year at Arthur Findlay College during Pure Mediumship. We were to connect to our spirit guide, and I didn't feel him. And I thought, what's happening? What's going on? And that's when I realized that he had been replaced by a new team, and there were more of them, actually 20, no, 5. That was, I saw 5 back then. But I broke down crying, because I hadn't noticed that I wasn't talking to my best friend anymore. So I felt horrible about that. But he was okay with it. He came back for a while because I needed him, because me going into mediumship was hard. So I'm still looking for questions. So you're okay to ask questions if you want to. It's just that I can talk forever, and I want this to be relevant for people. So questions would be okay if you have them, but you don't have to make them up. Anyways, so I realized that I had a team of 5, which was confirmed by my teacher there, or actually she was the one who first said 5, and it made sense back then. But then when I started working more with them, I realized I had about 20, because I was developing so many things, like all my clairs, and I started helping people in different areas. So I had guides from many different areas in life, because my popcorn brain doesn't stay in one place. So I just I was an open channel for all the help I could get on any area of my life, and it's super cool. So if you're open to that, just have fun with it, because a lot of us are being opened as channelers. That's what we came here for. And when we're ready, that is one of the reasons why I am why I have this amazing brain that I used to say, I don't want to have a neurodivergent brain. I don't want to have ADHD. I don't want to lose track all the time. But it's why I'm a good channeler, because I'm super curious and adaptable, and I cannot shut up. So I'm sharing this with everyone, and I can show people that you can have an amazing relationship to spirit, even if you feel like you cannot have any structure in your life. So those things are not connected. But I have been working a lot with them. And then last year in October, November, I said yes to the next step of my journey, whatever my soul had decided to do, without knowing what it was. And I wasn't even totally aware of that being what I was doing. But I sat in a church and I wrote, let me take on the next role, the next task, and let me be of service. That's so stupid. I mean, I know that I can trust my guides because they never ever give me more than what I can handle. And it's kind of like when you're using AI, like act as, do this, not that. That's kind of how I've been communicating with my guides. Like, I want this, but not if. And then please let me this if I can this. And sometimes I get to make the rules if it's good for me and possible and beneficial for all that I'm here to do and what they need from me. But since I made that new soul contract, more or less, that's what a psychic person told me. Oh, I see, you've made a new soul contract. And I was what? So I more or less made a blanco check to the universe for whatever I'm here to do. Fun. But things have been changing. I have had a sensation of my guides because I feel my guides. It's as if I have like a door up here where I communicate with them, and it's as if it's moved up. So I don't know if it's because they have spent. I'm actually communicating with them now. I do that. I talk to them in my mind when I'm also communicating. So it is because I have been working enough on a specific level, and it's as if I was ready to receive from a higher. It's funny, they're not saying frequency or vibration, but that's the only word I have for it at this point. So it's on a higher level where I'm getting the information now. And I also started recently channeling a council of 12 beings, and it might be the Galactic Council of Light that I hear other people channeling, but I know that it's beings from 12 different sources is what they called it, but could be galaxies. And when I work with them, it's a completely different experience. But they're not the ones that are coming through here now, but they could if that's what we wanted, but that's not the purpose today. So there's a question. I'm not going to look at it because then I'm going to go off topic. But the optimistic update was what we were here for. So the guides I've been working with have changed, and the ones that want to work through me now are here to spread more hope and love and light through me, because I love working with that. And that's kind of my mission here, because I'm so tired of people making things so hard for themselves and not seeing how amazing they are. You are all super beautiful, amazing, even if that's not what you see when you look in the mirror. That's not what it's about, even though you might look amazing in the mirror as well and not even see it. So I have said yes to be of service here for anyone who need more optimism, more hope, more light, and without lying to you or trying to make things better than they are. Because it can be hard. It can be hard to love yourself just as you are. I mean, I'm an example now. I know my hair is a mess and my nose is red, but you know what? I'm okay with that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to look like a Barbie doll. And who knows, if I looked like a Barbie doll, maybe some people would skip this channel because then they couldn't take me seriously. There are so many things to think about all the time. So try to find the calmness within yourself. And that is what I want to help people do, because no matter what is happening around you, what is really important is how you can manage what happens inside of you, your emotions, your reactions. It's as if you actually can be an alchemist of your own biochemic, I don't have the words for this, but the many different things happening both within your body and within your energy system. You're the master. You just have to learn how to not process, but manipulate is not the right word either, but master yourself is what I feel tempted to say. And that is also hard, but not so hard that you cannot do it. And it's tiny steps. So the optimistic update is something that will be every month, mid-month, I think, so that people have had time to digest the others. That I'm talking about the other Who channel, their energy updates, so that I can come in and deliver like an energy boost, positive, vibrant, light, and love. And it's gonna be very much about finding your center, finding your inner light, but mostly it's gonna be related to what's going on in the world as well. But good news, positive things that are happening. So I can give an example. There has been a shift in the energy, and many people are feeling it, especially spiritual people. And what I have been shown when I was in contact with that galactic council, I was channeling what was happening, and they say it's okay for me to share that. They showed me 3 waves of energy coming. It felt like tsunamis. One of them was already rolling, and someone from America was, I don't know if he was responsible, but somehow he was involved in one of them. But there were going to be like 3. And when you hear that, you're going to think, oh my God, tsunamis, we're going to be blown away. But they showed me that that's how it's going to feel for people in darkness. People who have been finding confidence in using power and abuse and manipulation. So what is coming is actually light. What is coming is opportunities. It is like an upgrade to all light workers and energy workers. And that's going to be, it's going to feel like you're getting an electric shock. So it's going to feel maybe a bit hard at first, but in a good way. It's as if we're being upgraded, or we're getting a boost. And a lot of it's as if we got like a teaser. Not so long ago, I got that sensation of something had changed. Before, I had to spend a lot of energy when I was doing healings. Like, I would feel my hands starting to tingle. I would feel myself being grounded, and I would work on the energy, and I would really have to deliberately be with people and oh yeah, I can feel there's not a lot of flow there, and I would fix it. But suddenly I felt like, where's the energy? Why am I not feeling it anymore? And I started talking to my guides, and they said, well, you don't have to anymore. It's still happening. Look. And then they showed me the energy working, but it was as if it was just on autopilot. And that's kind of what it's going to be like. The more we practice the gifts we have, the easier it's going to be to use them. But so this is new information that's coming. For many people, they need to first learn, how does it feel? And then they're gonna not feel it anymore, not because it's going to disappear, but because we wouldn't believe it if we hadn't felt it. So that's how many of us function, and me especially. I mean, it almost it has to be super impressive, and I need to feel that, whoa, I didn't know that was possible. And then I may only experience it once, but then I use my claircognizance, my clair-knowing. And when something happens that would have been that same experience, I know, oh, that's that, even though it feels different. So we're gonna develop in different ways, and this optimistic update that I'm going to do is going to be about how you use it for the good. So all of us who want to thrive and to help other people thrive, and who do not need people to be impressed to feel self-worth. And this is not to talk bad about people who do, because I'm sitting here reading, oh, you say I'm good, you say I'm amazing, I like it, because of course I love to also know that what I am doing is making a difference or is helping someone. But I also, if people hadn't written that, I would still love me. But I would just feel, am I wasting my time? And then I would probably do something else. So I needed to keep going on this. So this whole purpose I have is really to help people thrive, no matter how other people think, say, do, because we cannot change the whole world, but we can start with ourselves. And that is going to be where I can hopefully make a big difference. And this first live stream today was me taking a step towards doing that and not fear how it's going to be. I'm not sure it's going to be alive, because when I channel, I just realized lately that when I really channel, and I closed my eyes recently and I look super spooky, like my eyes are twitching and my pupils are, I look like I'm one of those sci-fi movies with an AI robot where there's a bug and they go crazy. So I'm going to start recording them in advance and then maybe just talk about them. But the live is going to continue. So every week I'm going to do these live, and it's going to be the Q&A style, but with the topics. I'm going to have some topics, and I would love it if you wrote in the comments. You don't have to participate in the live. I'm going to look at the comments afterwards as well. So if you didn't get the live, but help me find the best topics that you would love to know more about, or that you would love to learn, if it's in the spiritual, not realm, but area. So because my spirit team, they could just make them up, but it's about making you feel that you have influence and that you can get what you need. So that was it. I hope I kind of finished all the topics I started on here. So, and I don't know which guides are going to come through, and I might also do some channeling from the Galactic Council or whatever they're called. I have a thing. I don't like to know their names, because I don't always trust the names, because I believe that spirit can sometimes show themselves as what we need them to be. So yeah. Okay. I feel like I finished this topic, so I'm going to look at the comments now and not lose track. And please tell me if there's something I started that I didn't finish. Okay. What does it say? Will du fjernheal us? Are you gonna remote heal us? Of course. And my guides too. It's fun. I actually have like 4 or 5 healers standing in the background. I haven't even noticed them before, but they're just standing there patiently waiting for me to finish so they can start working on the energy, and they're offering to start now. So if you're watching live and if you're watching later, it's going to work, because they don't care about time. As long as people set the intention to receive what is being given here, and it's only in love and in light, good intentions, because that's all I work in, the highest and the best. And where you can help yourself is by deciding that what you're ready to release can be released now, because sometimes we hang on to things even though we have healers and even spirit guides working to help us. So if there's something you feel that need to be released, just make the decision, because they cannot do anything against your will. And sometimes we can think that we want to be healed, but our subconscious or our ego is hanging on to something because it has been our identity, or it has been a convenient excuse to not act on what it is we really want to act on, because if we cannot act on it, then it's not our fault. So there are many things at play when we're talking about healing and energy and sickness, and it's just about you thinking, Okay, if it's good for me, if it's going to help me, if my soul is going to feel better, so something like that. If it's light, if it's love, and in the amount and pace that feels safe for me. Just if you work with it and you help yourself in the energy, you're going to get better results. And they're, it's as if they're it's funny, they're doing this to show they're warming up. And I just told you I stopped doing that thing where I activated, like I have like these buzzing fields of energy in my hands that I used to like activate, and I could feel the bzzz. So that's not what they're doing, but they're having fun showing me we're preparing. So that's how I talk to my guides. It's fun. It doesn't have to be obedience and it's cooperation. I work with them, not for them. They have, I don't know how many times they had to tell me, especially when I realized that I also work with angels. It's like, Michelle, stop putting yourself down. Every time you do that, you lower your energy, and then we cannot work with you. We're colleagues. And I was like, we're colleagues, really? It was super cool, and I hope some of you needed to hear that, because I didn't even believe in angels when I started this work. So they had to actually give me the sensation of angel wings being put around me. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Once you get those experiences, it's hard to ignore it. Okay, I'm gonna say, yeah. So the remote healing is actually already started. It's so funny. It's just when I have just set the intention, and I feel as though from my heart, and there's this big area of energy, like I'm beaming it out through the whole world, to the world, through the screen, to anyone watching now or in the future. And it's an amazing, I feel like I'm connected, but it's them being connected through me. So I'm just allowing it to happen. So I hope you can sense it. And if some of you feel like you need to just close your eyes and sit back, and it's even okay if you turn down the volume if you find it hard to relax, but you don't even need to relax. If you set the intention and you just allow yourself to receive it, then there's a topic to the healing today. It's about the world. It's about the collected, it's a word with W, the collected, it's not wounds, it's worries, the collected worries and submerged. Sometimes they show me things where I don't have the word, not even in my own language, but it's about how we have been held down and how we have been forced to worry about a lot of things. So they're going to release some of that, so you can focus more on so you can focus on yourself and sensing what is important to you, and releasing what is just background noise there to keep you from being the beautiful light you're meant to be. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take a dose of that, please. I love this work. How lucky am I? I mean, I thought everyone that worked as a psychic or a medium, that they had this conversation. Like, I talk with my guides all the time, and I thought that was common, but it's not. I'm just super curious, and I love to know everything all the time. And they're telling me they're not saying shut up, but that's kind of what I feel. So I'm going to read the comments now, and they're working. So it's fine. Have you noticed how my energy has changed now? So the healing energy is going through me, and it changed my energy. It's energy work. How can you not love it? Okay. So Sandra asked, 10 years ago, I felt at some point I would be a healer, and I got courses after 5 years. I still have a feeling for more to come with my yoga, healing, chakras, etc., but don't think it's now that I will shine with that. It's my dance who shines now, but is my feeling correct that there will be more of this and clients? your feeling is right, but I feel you're going to connect it. So I told you earlier, and for those who are confused now, what do you mean? All right, so this was Sandra the dancer who is saving for her own place and talking about making an app and stuff. So the whole point about you showing people how to have fun and sharing your energy with them, that is one way of healing. And oh, so I know Sandra, and I just saw chakra dance. So I know you've been looking into that. So the I don't feel like that's what you're gonna be doing, but there is some way where you can continue with the dance that gives you so much joy and pleasure. And just like I can still do what I do best, I can talk and still heal. So we don't have to do it in a conventional way, because many people think that healing is in meditation and in calmness and you need background music, but you create your reality. And if you decide that, I'm gonna make a dance healing event, whatever, pirouette, tambourine method. I don't. That was just random words that got into my head there. But it's you can do it with your energy, because you have energy enough for 10 people at once, and people are just gonna enjoy it and have fun with it, and you're gonna help them remember how it was to be like a child again. And that in itself is healing. Oh, that's interesting. So my guides are informing now that when we allow ourselves to every now and then feel how it was to be a child, it opens up to some parts of the energy where we can release things. See, this is I'm being instructed by them now. I'm going to use that going forward. That's interesting. So yeah, you can definitely build. Oh, it's so funny. So Sandra has written more things. So I would like to learn more about angels next live. Thank you. But just forgot my question. I know it already. I'm ready to be healed. Haha, yeah, I have. I love this. So you just do you. You be you. You be beautiful. You be grand. You be amazing. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but they're just sending me all these amazing words that you inspire people, and you allow them to not feel stupid or weird when you have a certain way of helping people remove their inhibitions and their sensation of how they're supposed to behave and what is okay and not okay, because it's not always what they need. And when you can give them what they need, you help them feel that way. You help them. Oh, that's amazing. They're showing that you can actually help them release some. It's almost like it's a prison they've put on themselves that you're helping them remove in a way where they don't even think about themselves as being healed, but they know they feel different when they leave. So start noticing that you're going to get like feedback of, oh, I just felt so great afterwards, or I feel young again. And then they're showing me that you can work on prolonging that experience so that the healing is going to work afterwards, and maybe build it in as something that, just as I did here, if you work with it, if you're opening up to it, if you're kind of imagining yourself helping release, could be by breath. So breathe in all the new and amazing, and when you breathe out, or okay, so it would be fun for you to laugh it out. So, and then we're going to say ha ha ha, and every time we say it, we're going to release. So releasing bad things doesn't have to feel bad or tough. We can laugh it out. So that was funny. I'm going to use that. I love it when they give that. I know it was for you, but I'm going to take it too. And I can do that, they say, because it's for everyone. Everyone can do all the things if it feels right for them. Okay, that light is really bright. Good. Yeah, and Heike is ready to be healed. Ah, that's amazing. So Sandra just said, your words are what people tell me after my dance class. Yeah. So there's your confirmation. You're already doing it, and it's going to evolve once you, yeah. So once you prioritize, find out what you want. No, you don't have to. You can start doing that right today, tomorrow, today. I feel like even after we're done here, you can do something with this because you have so much energy, and I don't feel like you're ready to go to bed. So maybe you're going to develop a new method or a new product or something, but just have fun with it, because we are that's why we know each other. They're showing us as if we're like peas in a pod, in a sense that it's weird. It's as if the fun and the laughter and the need to find meaning in things, that's something we have in common, and that's what we can give people. So what you're here to learn, what you're here to give, like, give it to yourself and give it to others and share it, because then they learn how to do it, and then it spreads out, because we really need more laughter and more hope and more fun. And as I said when I started talking about the update, it might be raining, it might be snowing, it might be horrible outside, but inside there's love, there's laughter, and there's sunshine from the heart to everyone. So that's also your path, just in a different way than mine, but the energy is more or less the same. Good. So it's time to do a healing, and I feel like, so I felt inspired to bring some of my my balls here. Which one am I going to use? This one, maybe. So just yeah. So Heike says she has to leave, but the healing is going to continue. So just feel that you're still open to it, because it can reach you. It's to your person and not to this transmission. So thank you for being here. I really loved it. I enjoyed it, and have a lovely evening. And I hope I see you next time. Great. So I am gonna just open myself more up to guiding you into this. So if you haven't already, just prepare to relax without me talking all the time. But just sense your body. Do you have any tension? Is something not good about the way you're sitting or lying down? Or just allow yourself to feel comfortable. Take some deep breaths, and on your out breath, you might make a sound. So I feel like some of you are gonna feel the urge to make any sound. It could just be and not know why you're doing it, but there can be healing in sounds. And it could be that you have some tension, and try to release it with laughter. Use your muscles, your core muscles, and just breathe it out as if you're releasing old crap from the past, and things that are not even yours to carry. Yeah. And just take a minute more to settle yourself and be okay with the body reacting to releasing things. And you might also feel the urge to jump up and get something to drink, or you have to pee. But do yourself a favor and try to feel into that. Is it a need, or is it my ego, or my fear of losing control that is working against this right now? Because it usually is, especially if the viewers here would be neurodivergent, meaning ADHD, ADD, autistic, or whatever. Different wired brains, I would call it. So how are you? Are you okay to go into this. I'm gonna play a sound. And I just have to read this message first because it's an energy we're also going to work on releasing here. So Marturbocious, yeah, I don't know how to say that, Marturbocious, but is saying at someone else. But so nice to listen to your positive messages. I feel worried about the future because the world seems so wicked now. And that's the point. The world seems so wicked because that's in the media. And it's they're not showing all the good things. They're not showing how many beautiful people are out there working for the good, because that doesn't sell newspapers. And it doesn't promote whatever agenda is going on. But the world is really still a beautiful place to be. There are still sunsets. There, the sun rises. The flowers are blooming. The insects are buzzing. A lot of insects. But yeah, this world is not always the best place if you look at the things that aren't positive. But just like we have summer, sun, beautiful, it can help things grow, but it can also be warm, it can cause fires, it can cause drought. And we have winter, cold, things die, plants die. Yes, but we also need it for things to rest, to be stronger when we come to spring. So there are good and bad things everywhere and all the time. So we just have to find out how to focus on the good things, and that's why we start with ourselves, because we attract what we send out. I know it's so banal, and it's from The Secret. I started with all the law of attraction things, but it's really more law of vibration. So if you can vibrate on a higher frequency from within, then you're not going to be so worried about what you're attracting on the outside, because you're going to see all the beautiful things that matches your frequency and not notice all the worries out there. Leave that to the people creating it and the people who are not yet ready to believe in the light and to be a light. So I hope you came here because you either are working as a light or you're ready to work as a light, because the first step is a decision to try to make a change, and we start with ourselves. We cannot change others, but we can improve the energy and the chances, and we can help people grow, but not by forcing them to grow how we want them to. So yes, so now I am gonna stop reading comments. So if anyone has any questions, it's fine to write them. I'm not gonna answer them today, but I might make an extra video. But if not, next Monday, same time. Good. Oh, and if you don't know when this was recorded, it's April 20th today. Yeah, good. I am gonna just sense into what they actually don't even want me to guide you that much, because the message I just gave kind of, it helped stir a lot of the blockages that is, blocking people. And it gave it life in a way that caused movement, so it made it easier to heal on it. Oh, that's funny. I thought we didn't want people to be re-traumatized, but that's not what's happening. It's actually just, it's easier to let it release when it's moving. Interesting. Okay, so what they're showing me now is that every time you have a sensation of anxiety or worry or doubt or fear, when you notice it, that's when you can release it. So the safe thing for you, because sometimes it is relevant, sometimes there is a danger and something imminent that you need to be aware of. So if you notice it in the body, where is it? Take a breath into it, as if you're putting your attention and your awareness into where you're having that sensation. It could be all body. Some people have total body freeze. Others feel it in their gut. Some feel it in their chest or in their throat or in their back. So just, is this actual pain? Is this a real fear, danger, sensation? Is it a warning? And if you look around, you don't see anything. And if you're able to calm yourself from the place where the fear arose, and this, I'm not talking to people who suffer from anxiety or phobias, because that will not work for that. They're telling me we can make another video for that. Interesting. But just when we're getting that worry, fear thing that the media are working so hard to feed, we can feed our body with the opposite, with light. And I'm just going to ask them how, because now my skepticism is tuning in to say, yeah, but that's not so easy for some people, is it? So I'm just going to let them take the stage. Oh, and they want me to use, so I'm going to make a sound with my singing bowl right now, so don't be scared. Just let it work. If it feels comfortable, enjoy it. If it feels unsettling, just notice that it might feel unsettling if something needs to be shaken loose. So I hope you have a great experience afterwards, no matter what. So do you feel it, this tiny vibration all through your body? Allow it to penetrate every cell, as if to recalibrate, as if to find balance within you, around you, and all of your energy, auric field, your sensation of the outside world. Try to notice how far out do you feel. Are you spread out too thin? Are you trying to be everywhere all at once? And if so, can you take a breath as if you're pulling yourself together, as if you are retracting your energy, as if you are making yourself whole, complete? Just imagine how you are pulling your attention towards yourself all the way around you. As if you're taking back control. As if you're finding your center. And some might need an image. So imagine you have like a cylinder running through your body, and you can feel it. So imagine that cylinder running straight through the middle of your body, top to bottom. And when you breathe in, you pull in your own energy into that, the light that is like a shining armor, a beacon of love, of light, of hope. So you're not removing it, but the source of it is being put into place and safeguarded there, so you don't give it away, so you don't disperse it, so you don't have a sensation of running out, because that is what happens when we give away too freely. And unhealthy, unbalanced motivations and patterns will make you feel unconnected. But once you manage to pull your own energy back, you will be reconnected. So imagine how this cylinder now is full. If you're not there yet, just take your time, breathe in, and just imagine as if you're pulling it in, and it's not gonna dissipate. It's not gonna be pulled out again by whatever is happening out there. And just feel how you're filling yourself up. You're pulling yourself back into center. You're becoming you. And now that tube, that cylinder in the bottom is changing. It's opening itself downwards, and it's becoming longer. So imagine like you're you're getting attached to the center of the earth. So you're getting grounded, and the tube is still full of light. It's full of you, but you're receiving from the core of the earth. You're receiving earth energy. You're receiving grounding, but also a sensation of stability. If you feel like you've been lost, dispersed, like no sense of direction or hope, it's because you have been disconnected, because a lot of empaths, of sensitive people, of light workers, they want to save the world. And one person cannot save the entire world. So you have the ability to find balance from within first. And that requires you to also think of your needs. So by grounding yourself like this, you get access to more of that energy, to source. But there is also source from the universe, from the source. So imagine now that when you breathe in, you can pull up energy from the core of the earth, and it's still a beautiful light. It comes up through your tube, through your cylinder, all the way up to your body, up to the top of your head. And imagine how that tube is just getting longer and longer, up, 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 as if it's moving into space. And it's still grounded in earth and in you, but you're just getting connected to all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be. So it's as if right now you know you are being called home in some sense. Your soul is being reconnected to the source of all. It may take some time for you to find it, to feel it, but some of you already have a sensation of being connected. It's as if, yep, I touched something up there. My awareness is centered in the earth, is in me, and I'm also up there, and I have a connection to something. Should you not feel this, then just know that it is happening. You have our help, and some of you are maybe gonna have a sensation of a slight pull at the top of your head, because we're helping you release your fear of not being connected, which in fact is what is keeping you from the connection. So the fear of not being worthy, or the fear of being rejected, which you never ever will be. Just the fact that you hearing this transmission is a sign of you being already part of our working group, and always worthy of sensing, of connecting, of doing the light work, knowing full well that you cannot do bad from this source in the way that you are given access to it. So no fears, no worries, only trust and surrender. And maybe a deep sigh to allow yourself to be in it. Patiently, just connected, no purpose, no work, just knowing that we have received you, we have taken you in, we have with pleasure, recharged, realigned, refilled you in a way that going forward will make it easier for you to remember how to access this point yourself. Yes. We feel so many souls being connected right now through this work, through this wanting to share, wanting to take part, wanting to be allowed in from that human part of you that so wishes to be accepted, but know that you're not just accepted, you are wanted, you are loved, you are one of us in a way that that is hard to explain because we work differently with many of you, but you are all important. You are all part of this beautiful, beautiful energy grid, this energy cooperation as tiny stars lighting up, lighting tiny fires of passion, of growth, of knowledge. Not yet suns as such, like shining beautifully, but calm for now, preparing to be a bigger light, preparing to be not just a guiding light for others, but to shine from a new perspective with a new purpose as as a guardian of the good, but not because you're looking for intruders or worries, but because you feel that your presence alone, your stature, your soul is guarding the good, the joy, the pleasure. So this is a way to feel more calm in yourself, to feel centered, and to find that hope, that longing for something greater, and an instinctive knowing that it is already there. You may not always see it, you may not always feel it, but you are a part of it, and it is within reach and it is attainable. So choose the light, choose joy, choose hope, and choose in the extent that it feels comfortable and good and helpful to you to be the light for others. But remember, you do not need to use your core, your light. Connect and spread the light that never runs out, because you channel light. And we are thankful for that. So thank you. And we leave you here with this heartfelt gratitude to your cooperation and your allegiance to a greater cause without even knowing what it is. We understand that not knowing the what, the how, the why can be scary. So know that this gratitude is heartfelt and we understand and we are with you. So, all our love, and until next time. Okay, so that was semi-channeled from another energy, and I hope that you felt it, that you felt that this was not just me talking. Some of it was, but I noticed that we started talking, and I really felt like something was initiated with this. So I felt rewarded for doing this. Oh, and by the way, the healing is still continuing. So you might feel the energy is still there, but they're not communicating through me. So you can allow it to work for as long as you need. I get this. Yeah. Okay. Not like forever, because people need to take responsibility themselves, and they want you to use your own innate healing abilities, because the more you practice connecting yourself, to the center of earth, and to the source of all, whatever you call it, um, the easier it's going to be for you to what do we say, to find your way through all of this, but more importantly, to not feel lost or alone, because you have so much power on your own. And hopefully that was understood by all the things that came through today. And I see that I got a Godnat herfra, love you. So Godnat herfra is Danish for good night from here. And Deborah, this is beautiful, Michelle. Thank you, Deborah. I found it beautiful too. It's always a pleasure to channel those energies. So I am ending the live stream now, and I would still love your input, your feedback as well. And if you want to send it privately in a message, you can find my webpage or something. But I would very much love to know what kind of topics would make you tune in. What do you want to hear? What do you want to know? Because I'm not going to do completely Q&A, because it's unstructured, and I really want to take on a topic on behalf of my guides and with them. But since it's for you, then you have an impact in the content. Yeah, I'm still in that healing energy, and I'm not really there, but that's nice. I feel good, and I hope you feel good too. So thank you so much for being here. I loved it, and I am already looking forward to next week, same time, Monday. And yeah, this was great. Thank you. And thank you for all the people who participated with their questions. It was very valuable for me. And for the people who will be watching this later, because many people with the same type of question will be nudged towards this video. So I am signing out now, and I'm wishing you all an amazing day, evening, morning, or night. Here it is almost 9:30 in the evening, so it's late for me, and I am gonna have amazing dreams tonight, I think. So thank you again. It was a pleasure, and it's gonna be great going forward. I'm gonna look very much forward to doing this. So mwah, hugs, kisses, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna turn it off now, but thank you so much for being here and supporting me. Bye bye. Take care.